Danny, you've had a couple of days to digest Saturday's defeat. Is there much that you can take from it to take into the Reading game?
Yeah, I think so, Dave. I think it was a really good day for us in terms of our team development. And sometimes you need days like that early on in your journey to take learning from. Yeah, as a team, I think how you start doesn't define you. It's always how you finish. And for us, we certainly learnt a lot from the game. I mean, it was a difficult game to analyse straight after, because it was a roller coaster game with many emotions, many highs, and also some real lows. We had a brilliant way in, scored 2 really good goals. Should then score the 3rd goal. They then score with their first 3 attacks, and yeah, this was tough for us to take. And then this, of course, changes the dynamic of the game. And yeah, we took some good learning. I think there was times, especially in our counter-press moments, we needed to be more aggressive, really commit to it, and then also be a little bit more streetwise when the opposition does escape from those moments. And the big learning was just about defending our goal and how we defend in our box, because we have to do that and be much more clinical than what we were. You look at all the first, the 2nd, and the 4th goal. They could all have been avoided by us defending the frame of our goal better. Of course, the 3rd goals, again, you know, we had a phone call this morning and an apology from the PGMOL. It's just it's a really bad decision, but we want to put our energy in what we can control, and what we can control is the moments that led up to that. And certainly we had them in the corner, where it was our throw on in the corner, and we lose the ball from the throw on, and then we just don't get the counter press right. And then when they do escape, then instead of delaying, we jump again, and then we leave ourselves open to the moment that led to the penalty.
And do you go about things exactly the same way, the high pressing you want, the intensity against the League One side, or do you have to adapt a little bit to who you're playing now?
Well, we have a clear idea of how we want the game to be played, and we've recruited players to play that way. Yeah, of course, we have a lot of respect for Reading. I think that they're a really well coached team. They're a team themselves, come from a coach that's worked at Red Bull, and they have that philosophy. Against the ball, they're high pressing themselves. With the ball, they are very forward thinking, very transitional, look to attack it and go forward with every pass. So they ask a lot of questions of you. We watched them in pre-season against Queen's Park Rangers. We also watched them on Saturday against Birmingham. They're playing in front of 30,000 at St Andrews, and yeah, in the first 60 minutes they dominate the game. I know possession stats may say different, but if you actually look at expected goals, and particularly I think they scored twice, both goals get disallowed, but they were certainly the protagonist in that game. And of course, Leicester have to make 2 subs at half time to try to just to change the flow of the game. But yeah, they're a good team, Reading, and it's a great game for us because we're a new team, we're coming together. I think tomorrow gives us an opportunity to look at the whole squad, because we know that if we're going to be successful this season, it's going to need the whole squad, and we need to be really clear really early on as to the players that can help and support us on the journey that we're on.
And has pre-season helped with that, because you managed to get lots of minutes into all the players, not just the 11 that you started with on Saturday?
Yeah, exactly. I think for us it was always to prepare the whole squad, and of course when the season does start like it did on Saturday, the intensity cranks significantly in front of supporters. First game of the season, the games often look very different to what the pre-season tests look like. And of course, when you do have 3 games in the first week, you also have to be mindful of where the group are physically, and you have to make some decisions that you don't always want to make, because you know you're making decisions where you're having the whole players back, and this is the right thing to do for the players. They don't always see it that way, but it's the right thing to do in the context of where they are in terms of their physical development. yeah, for us just to make some intelligent decisions around that, but also give an opportunity for some of our young players to play, because this is a great opportunity for them to play against a really good team, against really good players. And yeah, of course we're at home, our first game at home, first time we've been out playing in front of our home supporters for a long time, and yeah, absolutely, ambition is to find a way to win.
And obviously one of the negatives from Saturday was Ben Goodliffe's injury. Have you got an update on that? How is Ben now?
Yeah, so Ben has dislodged 3 teeth quite severely. He has 2 fractures as well in the mouth around the gum area. He's been in today. He's eating food for a straw at the moment, so he's in a bit of discomfort, bless him. But he's about as tough as they come, and yeah, he's in to see the dentist tomorrow, and we'll learn more off the back of that appointment. But we're hoping that we'll be able to get a gum shield, and he's yeah, having spoken to him this week, he's very focused in playing as soon as he possibly can, which yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less from him.